Hello and welcome to Claudia Camel. There she is right there. She is a cute little camel, isn't she? That is correct. Hey, she's not only cute, but she got some brains in there because that is correct, my friends. She is an archaeologist. Hey, this is a work with me problem, so we're going to work together to solve this problem. I'm going to ask you to pause the video, copy down some notes, and work through the problem with me. Without further ado, let us move on to our scenario. Claudia Camel is an archaeologist. She has been researching the camels of ancient Egypt and wants to create a museum in honor of all the camels throughout history. The museum will be in the form of a pyramid. Claudia will have tapestries covering the floor and walls. She needs to know how many square meters of tapestry to purchase. The net below is a representation of her museum. What is the surface area? Alrighty, so the very first thing I'd like you to do is go ahead and pause the video and copy all these words right here in this entire paragraph because that sets the scene for the surface area. So go ahead and pause the video, copy all this, and I will wait, my friend. Superb. All right, so next thing we want to do is take a look at this net. Now, a net is a representation of a three-dimensional figure. Let me back up. It's a two-dimensional representation of a three-dimensional figure. And if you imagine that this is one side of the pyramid, and if you folded this up, so this tip here would be right in the middle, but up high, right? And then this tip met it, and then this tip met that tip, and then this tip met all other three. You'd have 1, 2, 3, 4 tips all meeting up here in the center, and then it would be a pyramid and not a net like it is right now. Okay, so the first thing you have is you've got the center square, right? And these are each 24 meters long, right? So if this is 24, this also has to be 24. And if this is 24, this also has to be 24. So the first thing you need to do is draw that square in the center and write 24 there and 24 there. And I will pause, or actually I'm not pausing it. You need to pause the video and copy that center square and then hit play. Superb. All right, the next thing I need you to do is make 4 triangles. 1, 2, 3, and 4 triangles on each side of the square. And they're going to have a base of 24. And then I want you to, just on one of them, draw that an arrow showing the height from the center here to the tip here, that the height is going to be 12 meters. So go ahead and copy those 4 triangles, and I will wait for you. Superb. All right, so now you should have this entire figure copied on your paper and you're ready to rock and roll. So the next thing we need to do is start solving for the area of each of these two-dimensional figures, right? And we'll start with the square in the center. So what I want to do is enlarge this. And we know that for the area of any rectangle, in this case it's a square, we're going to do our base, which is 24, times our height, which is also 24. So let's just go ahead and write that right in the center. And we'll go 24 times 24. And 4 times 4 is 16. Drop your 6, carry your 1. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. And then we're going to go right to here, so which means I've got to drop a 0 and put an x in it. So drop a 0, put an x in it, and now I'm on 2 times 4, which is going to give me 8. And then you've got 2 times 2, which is going to give you 4. And now you're all done with your multiplication. You can simply add these up. 6 and 0 will give you 6. 9 and 8 is going to give you 17. Drop your 7 and carry your 1. And then 1 plus 4 is going to give you 5. And the center square here is going to be 576 meters squared. We'll go ahead and write meters squared there. And that is what you get for the center square. So what I'd like you to do right now is copy all this down so that it is in your, or right on your paper. If there's not room, because you can't enlarge yours and shrink yours like I get to, that's kind of cool. So you could do this writing on the side anywhere on your paper that makes sense to you. I will wait for you while you do that. Alrighty, so the next thing we need to do is solve for really any one of these triangles because they're all the exact same size. And so if I solve for one, I will have all of them solved for, right? So we're going to do that right now. And I know that my formula, and this time I'm going to actually write the formula. The formula is going to be A equals base times height divided by 2, right? And now my base is 24. So let's go ahead and write 24 times, and my height is 12 here, right? So my base and my height, so I'm going to multiply that by 12 here, right? Now I'm going to actually do my work a little on the side because, hey, that's a bigger number, right? So let's go ahead and get black here, and I'll go 24 times 12 and multiply. 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 times 2 is 4. Drop your 0, put an X in it, and then 1 times 4 is 4. And 1 times 2 is going to give you 2. And then when you add it, you get 8 and 8 and 2. And right there is your answer for multiplying them. So coming back to the formula, I did base times height divided by 2. Here's my base times my height. That needs to be divided by 2. Oops, let's do that in red. Okay, and now I happen to know that 24 times 12 is going to give me 288. So now I can do 288 divided by 2. And once again, I'll do that on the side. This time I'm going to use blue. And I'll do 2 going into 288. And 2 goes into itself one time, which gives me 2. I subtract, and I get 0, and I drop my 8. And then 2 will go into 8 4 times. So 2 times 4 is going to give me 8, and that zeroes out. And I drop my last 8, and 2 will go into that. 8, 4 times 2 times 4 is 8, and that zeroes out as well, and you get 144. So now I know that my area equals 144. And that's what the area is for each of these. So let's go ahead and write 144. Over here I can write 144. Down here I'll write 144. And then over here I'll write 144. So what I'd like you to do right now is go ahead and pause the video, copy this, all of this, copy the math on the side, and then fill each of those in with 144. I will wait for you once again, my friend. Superb. All right, so now all we have to do is add all of these up. I've got 144 4 times plus the 576. So what I'm going to do is take 144 and multiply it by 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that over here this time. And I'm going to make a little more room. And we'll do this in black. And I got 144. And I'm multiplying that by 4. And here we go. 4 times 4 is 16. Drop your 6, carry your 1. 4 times 4 is 16. Plus 1 is going to give me 17. Drop your 7, carry your 1. And 4 times 1 is 4. Plus this one here is going to give you 5. And you get 576, which, oh my goodness, look at the coincidence of the world. 576 and 576. Wow, that is very cool, my friends. All right, pause the video, copy all this down, and then we'll finish this up. Superb. All right, so now all I have to do is take the 576 from the 4 triangles, right, and add it to the 576 from the center square here, right? And let's do that right now. So I'm going to go right here, and I'll do this in blue. I got 576 plus 576 And 6 plus 6 is going to give me 12. Drop your 2, carry your 1. 7 and 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. Drop your 5, carry your 1. 5 and 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. And you get 1,152 meters squared. And that, my friends, is your answer. Go ahead and copy this down. So pause the video, get this all copied, and I will wait for you. All right, and superb, my friend. Now we are ready to wrap this all up. So this is the actual answer of how much surface area is in Claudia Camel's pyramid here. And it is 1,152 meters squared. And this is how you solve that problem. What I need you to do is make sure it's all copied correctly. And I will see you on our next problem. Until then, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you soon.